Hello and Merry Christmas. Remember it again. About an hour or so morning time, or it was yesterday, which was about 30, maybe to an hour later. And, the second half of the game begins with America at still 64 IPCs. They will build, this time around, five tanks, which is 30. Okay, and then so they have 34 left. We're going to build 2 aircraft carriers. We're going to need that. So we'll have, if we can build 2, yeah, we can build 2. Which will have 2 left. Alright, so we're going to do a naval landing invasion. Either way, it's going to be 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3. All of my forces. And I realize this is kind of like a suicidal idea. Then again, it's not. So launching all the fighters as well. Okay, and then all the forces that were in that, on that. And by the way, we cannot land just yet. We have to take out that destroyer. So our forces will be left at sea down here. Well, until we can land, of course, you know. We're not just going to stay down here like idiots now, are we? No. So if you notice, I did put those markers for Europe, and when we do that, we're going to put the European markers. Well, you can't even put a marker down there. Alright, so first, destroyer battle. We don't even need any of our stuff, because we know we're going to win. Because if we don't win, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. And there you go, see? 3 threes, 9 hits, and we only need 2 of them. So 7 hits, we'll just, we're just going to hit and see what we can hit. And Germany has barely any casualties. It's probably just because I've been putting the casualties in the wrong place. Because I'm used to taking that off. Alright, so now is the battle for Morocco, which is going to be pretty easy, seeing that we have 4 fighters helping us out. So even though if we do not win the day, it will be easy for us anyway. Alright, so the battle for Morocco, which will be kind of easy. You know what? We're going to do a sword bombardment to see if we can get like one little round of that. We got more than we expected to. We got 2 bombardment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, we got 1 round. And without one of them, we would just got they would have done that. So France will France will go up 1 to 11, and our Italian friend will go down 1. So that means Morocco is back into Allied hands. And the fleet will stay where it's at. So out in the Pacific, I don't think we can really do too much out there. Let's see. I mean, we could attack out in Manchuria, but we're not going to do that. So all we're going to do is really just prepare. So these 5 tanks will go into, that's it. 5 tanks will go into a MIR. And the 2 aircraft carriers will go into here. And you know what? Actually here. So that is 4 aircraft carriers, 1 battleship, 1 cruiser, 1 transport. Over here, our second fleet, second fleet, 2 aircraft carriers, 3 battleships, 1 cruiser, and 1 transport for that fleet. We'll live with the battleships instead of the aircraft carriers that time. Alright, so next is China. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Plus 6 more, they have 12. So they did lose something? I'm assuming. No, wait. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they got 7. They got 13 still. I was kind of hoping they'll have a little bit more, but no. Alright, so 13. We're just going to buy 4 infantry. And this time we're going to split it like we did in the first video. I think we did. So splitting it 2 and 2 for the Chinese men. And let's see, can we attack anywhere? We'll attack in Shui. And you know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to attack with all of our forces into Shui. And then we're just going to bring back our forces. So, 1 target select. And let's see if we can get this in 1 round. So we did get a 4. 1, 2, 4. So 1 Japanese infantry left. 1 low. They did not get anything, so it was our turn. We got something. Alright, we got it. So that means that China will go up 1 to 14. And Japan will go down 1 to 93. So, and all we're going to do there is we're going to split that 1 infantry that will be in the Queichao with the rest of them. And the other man will go into Shui because I know we're going to lose it. So that's all we're going to do. So these 2 infantry will be in Kangzhou. And these 2 infantry will go into Yunnan. And we're going to put this fighter in... You know what? We're going to get the fighter in the capital region. Alright, so China's done. Next is the UK with 32 IPCs, lost 2. And basically we can build 2 aircraft carriers if they want to. Or they can build 2 of these. No, they can build 2. Yeah, you can only build 2. But we're going to build something different. 1 battleship, so we have 12 left. And I guess really the only thing we can build is this. So, battleship and a strategic bomber. Alright, so we can't really do too much out here, seeing that Japan has a massive amount of forces. Seeing that we also lost a lot of money out there. Out here, we really can't do too much as well. You know, it looks like there's nothing in Africa. But there is. It's this force right here. Mainly Italians. We really don't want to risk it. And really, the British are trapped. But we can move forces down into Tanganyika territory. And we're going to move 2 up to Kenya. These forces will take Italian Somaliland as well. Alright, so we've taken Italian Somaliland. Did not mean anything at all. Matter of fact, it would not mean anything. And the attack on Kenya. See if we can do it. Only 2 infantry, 1 below. No. No. Yes. So that infantry is gone. And the IPC is gone for Italy, which means that they cannot build an aircraft carrier. Which is good, because they really don't need an aircraft carrier. So like this, they really don't need an aircraft carrier. So they will go up 1, and Italy will go down 1 to 15. Go to up 1 and down 1. Alright, we really cannot do anything else, as I'm realizing this. So we're going to move this fleet up to 111. This fleet will go down into 1, 2 down there. We'll also take 2 infantry with us. These 2 infantry from Scotland will go down here. Alright, we're also going to take a mechanized unit down into Morocco. And we're going to take 2 fighters with us. So really, if you can see what's going on here, we're going to land our planes on the U.S. carriers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 3, I don't know. Anyway, since we are done, yes, we are done. We're going to put this battleship back into the Pacific with this Pacific fleet. We're going to move the fleet back because we're going to lose those waters, and it just seemed kind of obvious that we're going to lose India and the Pacific Front, and So yeah, and the strategic bombers right here. They will be put in. Well, it will be put in India, and we will take Eastern Persia, which does not mean anything, but it means something to me. And I also forgot to put that Northwest Persia marker for the Soviets. So now it's Italy, 15. They lost some. We're going to build a strategic bomber and an infantry. And we've lost the South African front. We have not lost the North African front yet. Well, we kind of are. So we're going to take that back, actually, because I'm seeing what we could not do. So 2 tanks, split, and an infantry. Alright, so 2 tanks and infantry. We lost the South African front. There's not a single man down there. We're going to take these men 1, 2 to Tunisia. And then that fleet will go back to 4. And that's it. We are, however, going to move these two AA units into Yugoslavia. And I'll say, could we attack Egypt and we can end the war there? Then we could probably take back the South African front. That's something because all our Italian units are down there. And we can't pull back units. Because they're kind of suicide if we did. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do at all. We've got 2 very powerful fleets there. Well, we're not even the British want to attack it. If they do, then let's see here. Well, I'll tell you what. Seeing that we could lose this war, and seeing that it would be kind of obvious that we're gonna lose this war, I'm going to fall back units into Tobruk, and then both fleets are going to pick up the units down in Africa. Okay, and then we're going to bring back the units, and then we're going to put them in, I guess Northern Italy would be the big price there. So there are no units in North Africa for Italy except for the ones in Tunisia. And yeah, so I think that's a good idea to move them back. And these 2 tanks we put in well, let's just say these 2 tanks we put in the German Army Group North. So 2 Italian tanks. Nah, you know what? That's not a good idea. We're going to put these 2 tanks in southern Italy, along with the infantry. So that's everybody. And I decided to take Turkey out of the game, seeing that there is really no point in putting Turkey in the game. There is just, like I said, no point. No point at all. And seeing that, really, I had no rules for them, seeing they only have like 2 ICCs. But hey, if the Italians, well, if the Ottomans, like, say, for instance, like we were going to do an alternate version of World War II, like, say, if the Central Powers won World War II, then it would be a deadly war, and, yeah. So now there's only 10 players. So next is Australia with 15. They will build some things, not a bunch of things, but some things. Let's say 3 artillery and 1 infantry. Alright, so since there are basically no fleets protecting Japan, we're going to go over and attack Palau Island along with these 2 fighters here. And this fleet will go back here. I believe that is in New Guinea, so all we have to do is just go back 1. Hang on, what's going on here? So 1, because these 2 men go back to New Guinea. And we're actually going to go back 2. And yeah. So the attack on Palau Island, pretty much like an overkillick battle. We got it. Barely. By barely. If we didn't have those fires, we just got by barely. So now, Palau Island is ours. Well, as the Australians. Alright, so now we're done. I mean, Australia really does not have anything else to do except for just survive as long as they can. In this 1 infantry will also go on Palau Island. So Australia really has the most units in this game, if you must know. Next is Canada with 10 IPCs. They're going to build a fighter. You know what? A tank and a man. If we got it. And I believe we do not, except for these Ram Kangaroo mechanized infantry, which I kind of hate to say it. But, so we're just going to build a fighter. That's the early role we can build. But, So fighters means fighters are good. Alright, so the Canadian troops will also go down to the Moroccan fleets and drop off their men there. So that means we're going to have to use the last coaster over there. So if you just wait a minute, I will draw the last coaster for the Anglo-American forces, and I'll be right back. Sorry for the brief pause, or brief entering, I guess you could say. Anyway, there is the Anglo-American forces. They're in Morocco, and of course, that is brand new. I'm going to put them over here to prove that they are allied. Ah, shoot. Hold on right quick. If you don't mind me pausing right quick, I mean, this is a pretty big mistake, but I'll recover it. So, just wait a minute. Alright, hold up. Alright, so, do something right quick. So that force right there, and I believe that's not supposed to be there. Alright, so that is a combined force, mainly Americans, but combined force, of 6 tanks, 4 mechanized divisions, 4 mechanized infantry, a lot of artillery, no, not a lot. 1 artillery. No, 2 artillery. And all that. I'm trying to save it for the infantry. 6 fighters and 10 infantry, I believe. And the fleet, combined fleet there, 2 aircraft carriers, 3 battleships, 1 cruiser, 2 destroyers, mainly, basically British, and 3 transports. So, yeah. I thought there was another cruiser within this fleet, but I guess not. So, shoot. So, yeah. So, Canada, what was next? Canada did something. What was Canada going to build anyway? Oh, yeah. A fighter. And they are done. That fighter will actually go into that, so that's 7 fighters. 7 fighters now. We're actually going to take that back because we kind of need a transport to go along with that fleet. So, a transport and an infantry. That's what we're going to buy. So, and next turn, they'll probably go with the Anglo-American fleet, or they can go now. I don't know. B123, as always. Every way, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, except for 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be that. It's pretty much every way, except for a couple of ways. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. So, well, so now it's Free France 11. They're going to build something that has not even been on the board yet in this game. A tactical bomber. Now the French, they can go with a fleet and they can drop off their men. That is what they are going to do. So the Free French force is going to go, you must know, 1, 2 into Morocco and drop off their men. So that is now 8 tanks, and then actually 9 tanks, and 2 more infantry plus, I don't know. And the fleet there has changed as well. 4 transports, 4 destroyers, 3 cruisers. So, yeah. And of course, the 3 battleships and 2 aircraft carriers. So now, and that is it for them. They're going to put that tactical bomber there. So 1 tactical bomber. So they can have a target select in case they need it. So I think this is actually a little bit bigger than the forces over there in Egypt, which, by the way, they can now move into. So that French troop is actually going to go into Alexandria and take it back. So that is good, and that is what they need. And Italy's probably going to have at least close to 7 IPCs here, at least 11 IPCs here before long. That's alright, though. It's alright. Maybe even 7 by the time this thing ends. I don't know. So really, Italy only lost 2 IPCs down there, but you know. So now is the recap. America basically did nothing except for, well, they attacked Morocco. Of course, that did not fail. Then China attacked and Shui, just leaving 1 infantry close to Shanghai. May or may not take it next turn. We're going to find out next turn. And the British basically just built up. That's about it. They didn't really attack, I don't think, except for build some things out there. Next turn they will attack. And they might do a few blitzes to get towards Libya and Tunisia. And that's my tummy. Saying I need something in my tummy. And Italy did a lot of things. Actually, didn't do a lot of things. They didn't even attack. They kind of just... Actually, yeah, British did attack Kenya because they needed it. And so the Italians just decided to completely retreat from North Africa, leaving their Africa Corps, or basically North Italian Front Corps in northern Italy. And of course, that's this force right there. And that's the force for German Army Group. And the Allies have a force now. And Italy knows that they're going to lose this game. And because of that, they might lose the whole game in a whole. And Italy does not want that, seeing that they really do not need that. And Rommel was set to send down his divisions to Africa. And they're not going to do that now. And actually, Italy was going to move their forces into there. So, plus 1 more tank and plus 1 more infantry. So basically, German Army Group North has more tanks in their group. And the Italians have more men in their group. Including some of the Germans. So, you know, that's just how it's going to work out. And, okay, so Australia attacked Palau Island, kind of a little noticeable thing to do. And Canada, they built up a little bit. They did, however, move down some forces into the Anglo-American forces. And the French did the same thing. They attacked, taking Alexandria back. Long little thing down there. So basically the North African campaign is over, saying that the war basically did nothing. Because I did not do the math on it. And I don't know how to do the math on it. So, as you know, yeah. So then France, like I said, they did something. So yeah. So that's basically this. I forgot what round that is. Recap, and yeah. So that's it for today, and I'll see you guys next time.